A trader's job. A trader's job. A lot of people, now that they've decided to take the leap of faith and become a Forex trader, they're curious what's in store for them. How easy will it be? It won't be easy. If anything, if you were to compare Forex to a regular job, you're basically an entrepreneur now. And an entrepreneur, you're gonna have to work harder than you would in a regular job. Instead of paying someone else's pockets, you're paying your own. Your hard work and dedication will determine how profitable you are, if profitable at all. So let's go through some of the job roles in which you need to consider becoming a Forex trader. Number one, working hours. No, there is no 9 to 5. However, it is slightly 24/5 because 24 hours a day, you need to stay on top of the market and see what's going on. That doesn't mean you look at all hours of the day. That means you give it the certain amount of time that it's deserved. Now, you can wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., but no more than an hour really should you spend looking at the markets at your currency pairs. Again, you shouldn't be trading 10 different currency pairs. You should be trying to concentrate on 1, 2, or 3 currency pairs. So again, not that much time in the mornings, and if there is a trade there, boom, you're in the trade, and that's when you're going to have to maybe come back in the afternoon. Again, look at it a few times that day to see what's going on with it. Has anything changed? However, if there is no trade there, there's no trade there, you close your laptop and it could be a full day off. That's the brilliant thing. You could close your laptop, go back to sleep, and come in the US session, come in the Asian session, wherever you live in the world, you can take a break and come back to it. Because again, there's not always going to be a trade there. If there's always a trade, there's something wrong. So that is the working hours. Number 2, days off. And again, what you talked about, if there's no trade, your whole day is off. Again, approaching stuff like non-farm payroll, we do not believe in non-farm payroll strategy or buy or sell limits or any of that mess. For us, it's if we know that's going to be a volatile day because of news, and we know we can't predict the news because no one can, take the whole day off. Sometimes the few days approaching non-farm payroll will be quiet. Sometimes you've got Christmas that will be quiet. You've got bank holidays. Each one of these is a day off for us because each day we do not need to be a part of the market. We do not need to be part of the trade. So we can pick and choose when we have a day off. And this is why going back to a subject about regular withdrawing comes up, because you get a regular withdrawal, you can take a day or two off to enjoy your profits, enjoy the rewards that you've got from the market from putting that hard work in. So days off whenever you feel like it. Job roles. Your job role is to be disciplined, to stay on top of your market, to stay on top of your trading, to stick to your rules, to become the trader that you need to be. Now, job roles wise, again, apart from them, you kind of need to set yourself as a structured plan and stick to your plan. Your job roles will be concentrating on a few currency pairs. Your job roles will be looking at time frames in a particular manner. Your job roles will be evaluating your own trading and just overall keeping it together. That is one of the hardest things that a Forex trader has to do, which is keeping it together. A lot of people can be disciplined for a few days, a few weeks, but sometimes hardly over a few months. Every single time, set yourself a routine, put it on the wall, get a sticky note, put it on your computer, be disciplined. Whatever quote works for you, whatever works for you, remember to look at it every single day. You need to come with the same focus and same concentration. Part-time to full-time. Again, everyone picks it up to do it at the side or do it around their job, but when can they make that conversion? When can they take it full-time? And the truth is, whenever you're ready. There is no rush, because if you rush, you will most likely fail. A lot of traders, sometimes other people come on the course and I say, what do you do as a job? And they've come in fairly brand new. They've gone, I've quit yesterday. I'll come to do the course. I thought I'd be making money by next week. I'm like, go get your job back. Go and get your job back. Because the market is going to take time. Again, you could be taking a few weeks, a few months. Most likely, sometimes it takes a few years to become good at Forex. But again, we pick you up and we place you on the other side of that thorn bush, which hopefully it can happen in around a year. We have had students within about a year or two that have managed to go ahead and make it a full-time job and doing well at it. We have other people which we don't suggest go full-time just yet, and if they do, sometimes it can make it a lot harder on them because again, they have certain requirements, certain financial requirements that they must keep up to date with. So full-time to part-time is a very, very hard subject to give you advice on. I would say let your results speak for themselves. If you can't make 5% a month on, let's say, $500 account, then don't think that you can make 5% on 50 grand account. Again, you have to be realistic and be logical with your own trading. Part-time to full-time, again, part-time, trying to trade around your job is absolutely fine, and that's a good way. A good quote, which I often have is, if there's a tree, and I give you an axe, and I tell you have 10 hours to chop that tree down, 90% of people will get that axe and smack that tree for 10 hours. However, a smart person will spend 9 hours sharpening their knife. Now think about that. That means that you can spend as long as you want becoming a master of your craft within trading, with your currency pairs, and when you are ready, you will know the time is ready, and you will come in like a pip hunting machine. Don't rush. Best job ever. And that's what Forex is, the best job ever. You could trade from anywhere, any location. I've traded whilst on holiday, I've traded whilst in a car, I've traded whilst at a party. You could do it from anywhere. But again, sometimes have your base, your headquarters in which you do your trading at. Again, you can pick your days, you can pick what hours you want to work. This is a fantastic opportunity, and we thank you guys for picking AstroFX to learn your education from. Now again, we are just providing you our experience and our opinions and our knowledge and our tools. How we decide to take that and implement it in your own trading is totally up to you. That's why we give you all this advice, because this advice is what's really going to be the make or break sometimes of people's trading. Understand it's going to take time, understand it's going to take patience, understand it's not for everybody. But if you want to come that top 10%, think you need to do what the 90% of people are not willing to do. 10%. That's what you've got to do to become and have the best job ever as a Forex trader.